Hey everybody, I'm reading the Bible. Alright, here's a copy of a Bible that belonged to my wife's grandparents, and they put their names on the inside cover. Be careful not to show it though. And there are a couple of messages that family members, not my family members, my wife's family members wrote to each other. There's nothing bad in there. You don't want to write a bad message to a family member in a Bible. I mean, I haven't read the whole Bible, but I'm pretty sure there's a rule against that somewhere. Thou shalt not write bad messages in the Bible. So I started reading the Bible again because I was watching this really well-dressed rich guy on TV talk about the Bible. And this guy that my wife kind of likes a little bit, and I don't trust the guy. And I'll get to that a little later. But I thought, why am I listening to this guy talk about the Bible when I can just read the Bible myself? I hate listening to other people talk about books or movies. If I'll watch a quick review, but if I'm mildly interested, but otherwise, I don't want to hear it. So like I said, here's a copy. It belonged to my wife's grandparents. And there's a bookmark way over here in the back. Oops, lost my space. So here's a bookmark that right here. And I don't know who the bookmark belonged to. My wife says it's not hers. It's probably her grandmother's, but her grandmother died over 20 years ago, and I don't want to move the bookmark. I mean, I know she's not coming back to pick up where she left off, but I don't want to seem disrespectful either. I mean, it's her Bible. I'm reading her Bible. Least I could do is leave the bookmark where she left off. I hate it when I lend books out and the guy returns it and the bookmark's in the wrong place. There's one thing I don't want you to mess with. Don't mess with the bookmark. And don't fold the pages either, like that. But as you can see, I haven't done that either. I just remember where I left off. Now, I haven't read the Bible as much or at all as an adult because I got kind of turned off by religion when I was a teenager. When you're a kid, I don't think anyone really likes going to church when they're kids, but you kind of understand the importance of it because you don't mess with God. You give him at least 1 hour a week. That was our service, and I didn't mind the hour. Even if the service sometimes went a little bit over an hour, it was the after church stuff I had a problem with. My parents, they just talked. We'd be one of the last families to leave, and every time I saw my mom go refill her coffee cup, I'd think, no, there's another 20 minutes. And then sometimes we'd do church activities with other families that I didn't care for all that much, and they went my Sunday afternoon. It wasn't God's fault that my parents were social, but golly, sometimes I was inconvenient. And then there were the bags. You see, there was this large church in my hometown, and I remember it as a large church. I don't want to say the name of my hometown because I really don't want to call out the church, but my hometown starts with the letter B, and so I'll call my town Barbecue, because I like barbecue. I think everybody likes barbecue, and I like my hometown. So the name of this large church was the Barbecue Assembly of God. And we called the people who went there bags because they were kind of obnoxious. B for barbecue, A for assembly, and then G for God. And, we didn't call them bags to their faces. This is before social media. This is back in the late 70s, early 80s. So, you just talk behind their backs back then. But they spent a lot of time and social energy proselytizing and didn't seem very happy. And they'd pass out these little tiny black and white. Here, I'm going to move this over a little to the pages. Okay, I promise I won't lose the spot. And that's a little distracting. All right, anyways, they'd pass out these tiny black and white comic books where the main characters would find themselves in hell on the last page. And because they hadn't accepted Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior, and there'd be demons laughing in the background, and that character would look mortified because he's going to have to, or she would have to, whoever they were, would have to spend, eternity in hell. And I always thought, man, that was a bit harsh. In the comic book, And I thought it was kind of an odd sales pitch, come to our church or go to hell. It's better than come to our church or we'll kill you. I don't know which one would be worse. Anyway, it turned off a lot of people who were already Christians or consider themselves Christians or open to the possibility of becoming Christian. So I've had some issues with churches that I've attended, and I've gone through some long sections of my life without going to church. So I was just thinking when I was watching this really well-dressed rich guy on TV talking about the Bible, and this guy's made a ton of money talking about the Bible. I thought, instead of listening to this guy talk, I'm just going to read it myself. I have my wife's grandmother's copy. I'm sure she doesn't want it to go to waste. It's not the Bible's fault that people get into arguments about what verses mean or who goes to hell and who doesn't. It's not the Bible's fault that it's been translated and retranslated and mistranslated again and again. All I can do is take the version that I have and read that, or I can find another version and read that too and contrast them, but oh man, that takes a lot of work. I'm not ready for that kind of commitment. So now that I'm reading the Bible myself, I'll choose what books and chapters to read and in what order. And I'm going to get to everything. I just don't want to, I don't want to start with, I want to start with Genesis. Everybody knows that part. So I'm going to read some of the stuff that I don't remember from Sunday school or Bible studies, like Malachi. He's way over here somewhere. Who the heck is Malachi? I know Isaiah. Anyways, I'm a book blogger and I'm reading the Bible, but I'm probably not going to become a Bible blogger, but it's all right if I change my mind, but right now I don't intend to. I'm just reading it. For the first time, I intend to read the whole thing. Eventually, not in order, and I'm going to read some other books too. So if you've gotten this far, I'm not really looking for Bible advice or people telling me which version I should read or not to read or what not to read or that God doesn't exist or that I have to do things a certain way. I'm not interested in anybody's opinion about this, and I'm not even telling you mine really in this video. I'm just saying, hey, I'm reading the Bible.